"30 seconds left in the session."
And with qualifying complete, let's review our top three today. Ocon, Perez, and Yuki Tsunoda. With qualifying complete, all that remains now is the main event. We'll be live and uninterrupted for the Grand Prix tomorrow, so make sure you join us then. So it's all about speed in today's sprint, not very many laps and no chance to get ahead on strategy. Who here today has the raw skill to take them to the top? Off the back of a fantastic qualifying session, it's time to see how our starting grid looks for today's sprint. Esteban Ocon lines up on pole position, edging out Sergio Perez, who lines up P2. Moving on to the rest of the grid, we have Tsunoda, Sargent, Verstappen, Norris, Daniel, Albon, Drugovich, Oscar Piastri, Liam Lawson, Leclerc, Doohan, Teo Pourchaire, Hauger, Magnussen, Ricciardo, Stroll, Russell, and Zhou Guanyu. And with preparations almost complete, let's head trackside for today's sprint.
After the points finished last race, let's aim to keep that momentum going. clutch bite is good, gearbox is responding normally. Make sure to warm up the tyres and brakes. Warm the tyres and brakes throughout the lap, please. Okay, good job, mate. Really, really well done. That was a fantastic drive. Bring it home.
And now let's take a look at the drivers' standings. Daniel increases their championship lead. With the sprint wrapped up, we now have our grid line-up for the big race tomorrow. Be sure to join us then for what will no doubt be a fantastic race. Good afternoon and welcome to Spielberg and to a circuit that in one form or another has held every Austrian Grand Prix in the championship except the very first back in 1964. It was at this race that John Watson lost a bet and his beard when he took Team Penske's only F1 victory in 1976. If anything, the stakes are even higher today, with 25 points available for victory and a crucial advantage in the championship fight. It's a short lap here in Spielberg with just 10 corners, 7 to the right and 3 to the left, making up the total distance of 2.6 miles. And expect to see a lot of cars running wide today, especially through the last corner, as the wet conditions make the cars skittish through the downhill sections. Off the back of a fantastic qualifying session, it's time to see how our starting grid looks like for today's race. Yuki Tsunoda lines up on pole position, and Daniel completes the front row. Looking at the rest of today's grid, we have Sargent, Perez, Ocon, Norris, Albon, Drugovich, Oscar Piastri, Liam Lawson, Leclerc, Théo Pourchaire, Halger, Doohan, Ricciardo, Verstappen, Magnussen, Stroll, Russell, and Zhou Guanyu. That's it then, it's time to go racing as we head down trackside for today's race. Not one of the easiest days to go racing. It's damp, it's slippery, there's dark clouds as far as the eye can see. The rain is here then, and that's going to take away a lot of the grip. Anthony Davidson, that's going to make turn one very interesting indeed.
Yeah, it's these kind of conditions where you can go in with one of two mindsets. You either see it as an opportunity, or you're worried that all of your hard work's about to be undone. We've been stuck in these conditions now for a few hours, more or less this kind of intensity, so we don't seem to have too much standing water, so we're not likely to be starting behind a safety car. And like you say, Crofty, the charge down into turn one will be quite interesting. I think we're in for a cracking Grand Prix.
Okay, we've got that relief of having points on the board finally, so let's keep that form up and get another top 10 finish today, please. Okay, so let's go through all the gears if you can. We need to make sure the engagement is okay before the start. We're going to want to put some temperature into the tyres and brakes. We need to keep the engine cool though, so don't go too high with the revs. Got a lot of spare energy, okay to use your overtake button. getting lighter now, but it's going to take a while for the track to dry out. Nice move, good job. Okay, we're running low on fuel. Start lifting off the throttle a little before the braking points and letting the drag do some of the work in slowing you down. That'll help conserve the fuel you have left. On the aggression, we need clean overtakes or we'll get a penalty. DRS has been enabled. DRS is now enabled. No rain expected. No rain expected for the time being. We're not certain which is the best tyre right now, dries or inters. Okay, here's the gap that we're trailing the car ahead by. 5.6 seconds. Okay, off we go, back into the race. Perfect job from you and the crew there, mate. We're delighted with that. Pit strategy complete. See these tyres through to the end now. Let's use overtake and burn off some of this energy. Lando's in the pits. Lando in the pits. Safety car, no overtaking, reduce your pace. Keep your delta number positive as we form up. Okay, we think the underbody's incurred some slight damage, but nothing too serious at the moment, just be careful. We're very low on fuel. Try shifting up earlier through the gears, this will help save some. Okay. Car behind's just boxed for mediums. Car behind on the medium tyre now. Okay, we can take you this lap. Right, drop your speed. Our delta's too low and we're going to risk a penalty. Slow your pace immediately. Okay, mate, that's it. Go, go, go. Perfect job on the turn in there, mate. Looks like a nice stop time. We're happy with that one. Caution. Okay, be aware there's an incident in the next part of the track. No overtaking through the yellow flags. That move was illegal, I'm afraid, mate. Return the position, give it back. Okay, clear. Okay, you've got P3, well done. Okay, gap to the car ahead is 1.7 seconds. They're on old mediums. Albon behind. Okay, the gap is less than a second. They're on old mediums. Okay, so gap to the leader is 2.0 seconds. Okay, this is your final lap of the race. Less than one lap of fuel left now, the tank's pretty much empty.
And Mercedes have pulled off a great victory here today. Tell me, Ant, how do they manage to achieve this win?
I feel like consistency was probably the key today. There's being quick, and then there's being quick lap after lap after lap. If you can do that, you can capitalise on other people's errors without making many of your own. And that's an approach that can push you a long way up the field.
So after a magnificent race, we can now see the drivers making their way to the podium. Once again, it's the Silver Arrows who take the top spot, a well-earned victory for Mercedes. And after this round of the World Championship, here's how things look in the drivers' table. Daniel increases their championship lead. Some amazing talent out on the track today. But Anthony, who would you pick as your driver of the day?
I think for driver of the day, I'd probably pick Lando Norris. He lived up to every inch of his reputation today, and I think he'll be going home, quite rightly, a bit proud of himself.
It's time to see how things are shaping up in the Constructors' Championship. Mercedes move to the top of the table. Well, what an end to another fantastic weekend of racing. Thanks to everyone who joined us, and we'll see you for the next one.
Thanks for handling that. Our new parts have completed without issue. They'll be on the car ready for the next race weekend.